hit record and all of my things.
Remind us camera-wise where mainly we're just looking at each other, but when I do intro and closing,
Yeah,
the main
this
one.
is the establishing shots.
Okay.
This is the two shots, so you can open and close the program on this.
Okay.
And these are just connecting as you're talking, and you won't be aware of those. So just ignore the cameras except for at the beginning and the end.
Okay. Perfect.
So we'll be looking at each other every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I intro and close everything, I'll look at the main camera. And you're
Okay.
welcome to if you want.
Okay.
But it's not required.
I will be looking at you.
Okay. No
Beautiful
pressure.
face.
No pressure.
Do you want to switch or do you want to just say? Sure. Sounds great. All right, when you're ready.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Going Live with Global Learning. I'm Elizabeth O'Brien, and I am the International Program Advisor at Kirkwood. And today we're fortunate to have with us Jareen, who is a Community College Initiative participant for this year, or a CCI student. And the CCI program, we're fortunate to have been part of this program since 2007. The U.S. Department of State sponsors this 10-month-long non-degree program to bring students from all over the world to engage in technical education, leadership development, and English proficiency skills. And they share their cultures with us. So we're really fortunate to have Jareen with us. And Jareen, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So, hi everybody. I'm Jareen. I'm from Bangladesh. Currently, I'm studying at Kirkwood Community College as an exchange student, and I'm a part of Community College Initiative program that is sponsored by U.S. Department of State. And here I'm studying animal science, precisely beef science. And back in my country, I was studying animal husbandry.
Okay.
I was doing my bachelor's.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So to start things off, I imagine agriculture and animal husbandry differs between the U.S. and Bangladesh. Could you share some of those differences?
Yeah, of course. So, as an international student, I found some mainstream differences between US animal agriculture and Bangladesh animal agriculture. So, mainly, I found like the difference of scale of farming between these two countries, and also what type of method we are using or what type of method is practiced. And lastly, I would say the production rate, it's a big difference in my opinion. So if I do some detailed discussion about the scale of farming, I would say usually Bangladesh practice more small scale farming.
Okay.
Or like fragmented farming. And the average size of a land is less than 1 hectare.
Oh,
But
much
on the
smaller.
contrary, in USA, they practice large-scale farming, and almost every farmer has land of 187 hectare, so which is a big difference
That's
in my
huge.
opinion.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And secondly, animal agriculture, or precisely the livestock and poultry, it is very much labor-intensive farming in my country.
Okay.
Only the livestock employs like 14.5% of total workforce in my country. But in USA, I found it from Google that US farming is also referred to as factory farming. So they have huge uses of automation and mechanization, like from feeding to breeding to slaughtering to milking. Everything has use of mechanization or automation. So it's a big difference in my eyes. And lastly, the production. So I would say the production of an animal depends on multiple factors, like what type of breed we are using, and what is the environment, and what type of feedstuff we are having. Those all make differences. So if I say in USA, especially in Iowa, it's a big house of meat production. So we have Angus breed.
Okay.
Even in my school farm, in Kirkwood farm, we have lots of Angus breed. It's because they are very much good for producing big beef. At the same time, they can do well in cold weather. But if I did an internship in University of Idaho, and I found their most of the cattle are Holstein Friesian.
Oh.
Because why? It's because their feed stuff that is available in Idaho, it's not same as Iowa.
You said feed.
Yeah, feed stuff, and also the weather, the feed availability, the adaptability of the cattle. Those are like factors that makes differences.
Yeah.
So it's just the difference between Idaho and Iowa. So it's for sure there will be difference between Bangladesh and USA.
Exactly. Completely
So,
different
yeah,
climate and ingredients.
yeah. If we talk about the feed stub in Bangladesh, the staple feed for cattle is rice straw, but in USA, especially in Iowa, it's the corn. So the production will be different.
Yeah.
So these are the factors I noticed.
And I imagine, depending on what the different cattle are eating, that also impacts like the taste and the
Yeah.
texture and
Yes,
so
it makes big difference.
yeah. In terms of how, so you said back earlier that only 14.5% of the Bangladeshi population are farmers. So how do you envision that changing, or what does that look like for job opportunities for individuals who are interested in learning more about agriculture?
Yeah, so as I said, the opportunity in Bangladesh, especially in farming sector, is not as promising as USA. Though we are an agricultural country,
Yeah.
Our youth are not that much interested in agriculture. They'll be like, okay, I'm getting a degree in a university, then I will be shifting to government job. So they are not that much promised with agriculture field, but the changes I am seeing in my classmates is very positive.
Okay. Could you
So,
elaborate more?
Yeah. So I saw my classmates are talking about core agriculture. Some of them have already started their small ag business. Some are having some podcast thing. So they are exploring different sectors, which is I would say, very positive and very promising.
Yeah, that is exciting.
Yep.
What do you think might be opportunities or ways to motivate young people to get more involved in agriculture in Bangladesh?
From my perspective, I would say I'm an example. So these agricultural degree and my other expertise or extracurricular activities helped me to be here today. So I think I'm already influencing people. So when I will be going back, I will talk about the differences that I experienced here and the differences in Bangladesh, and they will be motivated to do more research or do more I forgot.
More hands-on learning and get excited,
Yeah,
right?
so they might be more motivated to have better experience, hand-on experience opportunity. So I think this thing will be a motivation for them.
Yeah, kind of seeing more people involved, because I imagine if only a small percentage of the population is involved, it's hard to see or visualize yourself in that field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a difference. Well, speaking of influencing people and kind of helping young learners learn more about the field, tell us about your new club.
So recently I formed an international agriculture club, which is called IAAS Kirkwood.
Okay.
It's the pronunciation would be Yas Kirkwood. So it's a local chapter of an existing global organization. So we have Yas World. So this organization mainly works with international or any students who is related with agriculture or related sciences.
Okay.
It can be core agriculture, it can be precision agriculture, it can be animal science, fisheries, food nutrition, anything that is
Really
related with
all-encompassing.
agriculture. So when I came here, I found Iowa is like one of the biggest corn producing state, and we have lots of Angus breed, but in Kirkwood there is no international chapter of that club. So then I talked to the national director of YAS,
Oh, wow.
YAS USA, and he was so positive. He supported me a lot. And then I talked with you. I talked with Brad, the Dean of Ag Faculty, and then I successfully formed the club.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what all does your club do as part of their events and activities?
So we are planning to invite some guest speaker from Denmark, also from Mexico, and we will be having a collaborative program with Iowa State University, because Iowa State University also has a local chapter of this organization, and we are having meetings, and we will be attending a dinner next week. So yeah,
fancy.
we are growing every day.
I can tell, and it sounds like you have a lot of great activities lined up to not only connect students with each other, but just industry professionals. So sounds like a phenomenal opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've been here for a few months, or 10 months almost at this point. How has it been being an international student at Kirkwood?
It was awesome. Actually, I would say it was best because especially if I talk about my background, I'm from a third world country where the opportunities are very limited, especially for a girl. I had to face difficulties every day. So from that background to be here today, it was a life-changing opportunity, and I got support from everybody. Everybody was so welcoming. They were so loving. I got assistance in every aspect of my life. So it was a life-changing opportunity. I'm really grateful to CCI, to Global Learning, to Kirkwood, and to the whole US.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite memory or?
Yeah, so I told you, recently I did an internship, University of Idaho. So I attended a class of Dr. Phil Bass. In my eyes, he was one of the best professor for meat science, and I would say I learned the whole introductory poultry science course just within 2 hours.
Wow.
So it was a great experience, and I learned so many things. So that's a memorable one.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. Well, it's been fun having you here on our Global Learning podcast, and thanks for sharing these insights. It's
Thank you.
great to learn more about agriculture in different countries. And thank you to all of you who are joining us online. We appreciate you tuning in, and tune in next week for another episode of Going Live with Global Learning. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yay, way to go. Congratulations.
No,
No, it was so
I
good.
made mistake.
No.